watching Coding Bhaiya and I am Srijan. So the first question that is coming to your mind is why I have not uploaded the video for the last 2 weeks, right? So my answer is I was busy in doing college projects and all. Um and and the most important thing is I am having in the next month I am having term one examination in my college, so I was a bit stressed about that. So yeah, and other thing is that I got some personal issues also. So yeah, that's why I was unable to upload the video. So today I got time and I'm just uploading it, my third video in my channel. So please do the needful, please subscribe it, please like and share with everyone who is like feeling to know or learn about what programming is. So please do the needful, right? So let's just don't waste the time today. So we'll actually learn or know about the main functions of C programming. What are the main function of the C programming? We will be looking after it. So let's just start. So today we will learn the main function in C programming. So in the earlier videos, we have written this code. As you can see, include stdio.h, int main, print hello world, and return 0. We will today know how this actually works. Okay. So what is this main function? Main function is the entry point of a C program. It is a user-defined function where program execution actually begins. So whatever input you give, the output will be given accordingly. Okay. So the basic example that demonstrates a simple main function is this. I'm talking about this example, right? So it prints hello world and return 0 actually indicates the program executed successfully. Okay, and we got a output as hello world. So in main function we have many type of syntax. So the number one that is comes as void main. So in void main is actually a void return type. So it comes with no argument and it is actually not recommended. Why I will tell you. I will actually when I will just do it in the VS Code, I will be telling you why it is not actually recommended. Uh, but uh, but okay, so the next is the main with no argument and int return type, which is actually we practice, right? In this we have used int main data type, like int main argument, and the third one is main with the command line arguments. Okay, so uh, let me just show you in the VS Code. So you can download VS Code from any web browsers. So I have downloaded from Chrome. I have Chrome browser, so I have downloaded from there. So to perform the VS Code, so first you have to create a folder in your desktop. Then you have to open it. Then you have to open the Visual Code, and here this interference will be shown. So from there you have to open, click on the open folder option, then go to desktop, select the folder, that's it. So I'll just create a new file as it just give me a name, tt.c extension. .c is the extension that I have already told in the earlier videos. So here I will just write the void return type. So for that I'll be using, so to run any code we will be using hashtag include stdio, that is the header line dot h. Now void, void main brackets curly braces, then print if. So we'll write hello world. Okay. Then we give a colon. Now let's just run. We go to the third, three dotted option. Then we go terminal, and from there we have a new terminal. This terminal will open. Okay. So to get the output, we will write gcc. The file name, my file name is tt.c. Okay. So now we get a error. Why error? What is this error? Whenever you write a program in a file, you have to save it. After writing the code, you have to save the code in the file. So for that, we will use, either you can go to the file option and save it, or you can directly give press control S. Okay. So now again, in the terminal option, we write the code. So gcc space tt.c, that is my file name, and then press enter. And the next line you have to write dot backslash a. Sometimes it takes backslash, but gives error. So the next time when you try to get the output in terminal, try with the forward slash. Okay. So we got our compiler successfully compiled the code, and we got a output as hello world. But now the question is why it is not recommended? Because in my compiler, uh, it it took the output, right? It ran the command, but in some computers it might not run, or you can say it is not the standard practice to see in to practice the command in C. Okay, so it actually, the return type of the main function according to C standard should be int only. Even if your compiler is able to run void main, it is recommended to avoid it. Okay, so it is actually recommended to avoid uh, void main function. So because in many of the cases, compiler doesn't execute the void main function. Okay, so we use int main. Okay, so in C we have keywords. There are 32 keywords. Okay, so the first one is the data type keyword, which consists of 9 keywords. That is, we can see here, that is int, char, float, double, void, short, long, sign, unsign. So these are the keywords that we use, that we are using right now. In the future, we will be also using this control flow keyword, that is if else, switch, case, default, for loop, while loop, do, break, continue, return. So that is, then we have storage class keywords, then we have user defined type, then we have qualifier keywords, and the last we have a special character, that is size of keyword. Okay. Then we have written a code with if else. If else keyword we will actually learn in the later half of the chapter. So first just learn the basic things. Okay. So let's just don't go in the more theoretical. Let's just practice things. Okay. The more you practice C programming, the more it will be better. Okay. C is all about programming. So you have to practice it. So int main curly braces brackets, then curly braces, enter. We will in this I am writing a code to print let's say a number, let's say a age. So int I will write, we'll define it. Like we you might think that we can directly write age is equals to 22, but it actually doesn't define the function. So we have to write that int. So this is an integer data type. So int age is equals to 22. We are saying the compiler that this is a integer data type. So here we wrote int. We wrote int. Now printf age is. So I'll be writing a special character now, that is percent %d. This is a special character, this is a format specifier which actually specifies whether the input data type that you gave is a integer or a float value or a character value. So as I am given an integer data type, whenever you give integer data type, you have to write percent %d. Okay. So now comma, then age. Then you have to give colons. Okay. Why it is giving a zigzag line under the printer? Because we have to give, always you have to give these in colons, or else it will give you error. If you miss anything, a single step if you miss, it will give you error. So return 0. So always whenever you are writing a code, well, always sit with pen and a paper. Okay, that will be helpful. Now we have written a code, return 0. Now save the thing, and save the code in the file. To save the code in the file, we will press Ctrl and S. Okay, now run the code in the terminal. So we got the output as age is 22. So there are three format specifiers. One is this %d, the other one is %f, and the third last one is %c. So for where we will use %f in the float value, means the previous one that we wrote was an int value, so we use um, %d, but now we will use float value or the decimal values. So float, float, float pi. We know the value of pi is 3.14, right? So we give a colon in the last. So this is a float data type, so we write float pi is 3.1. Then we will write print a colon in value of pi is the same thing, just %d, sorry, not %d, we will write %f this time. %f, comma, the file. File. Okay, so we have not written this int main thing, so this is why it is giving an enter. We'll copy the thing and write it. This, let's just write this. I have not entered the function, that is why it is giving reds. So return 0 curly braces, return 0 and colon. Now save the Control S, press Control S and run it in the terminal. Enter, and we got the value of pi as in the decimal form, that is 3.1400000. So this is the float value data type. Now we will now we will see the character data type. So for inserting characters, we will write char. Let's say A will print A, so right, and capital A. And this colon is very important. You have to apply colon, or else it will give you error. Okay. %C. For printing character value, we will use %C. And in the last, we will write ch. Then colon. Then we have to save the thing. Control S. Run it in the terminal. So gcc tt.c and then /a. It is giving a error. So why it is giving? So we'll just have to change the syntax of this. So we'll write dot /a. Sorry, tt right character. Sorry, it has become character. So character, I wrote a spelling mistake. So character. So character is a. See, we got the output as character is a. So there are arithmetic instructions like operators also, like we can plus, we can minus, we can multiply. Whatever we feel like doing, we can do. We can use modulus operator. For conversion, we use like from int to int, we can use int operator. From int to float, we can use float operator. Okay, so from float to float, we can use float operator. So there are things we can use. We can write codes with. So now comes to identifiers. In C programming, identifiers are the name used to identity variable, function, array, and structure, or any other user-defined item. It is the name that uniquely identifies a program element and can be used to refer it in the later program. You can use void, like as I wrote, right? as I shown you, like we used the age thing. We wrote int age is equals to 22, then we printed that. So it's the same thing. We can do more things, like we can uh, add things up. Like let me just write a code to add the sum of two numbers, right? So int main, so this is the program which will write. So I'm just writing a program to print the sum of two numbers, x and y. So int main, curly braces, int x comma y colon. So printf will write enter the value. Oh, okay. We have not learned scanf yet, uh, yeah. The thing is, we have not learned scanf yet, so I can't tell you. So let me just go with some other values. Right. So we'll write in sum, in bracket, we'll write x, int x, so, right, int a, int x, comma, int y. Then we'll write return a plus b, a plus b. Okay, let's just this becomes a bit complicated, right? Uh, we'll just directly do scanf. Scanf is something, let me just tell you. Scanf is something whenever uh, it helps you to give a input in the terminal option, right? If I write the code, you will be able to understand a bit better. So int y and then printf, enter the numbers, the value, enter the value of x. Okay, scan if. So this will actually help you to print scanf %d in the double inverted commas. Then you have to apply a comma there and write and x, then semicolon. Then we have to print if, right, enter the value of y, then colon. And again scanf, get the %d, comma, and y. So the next thing we will do, print if the value, the sum of x and y is %d. Now %d is so %d x plus y. Return 0. Now save it. Control S, save it. Okay. Now here. So now it is actually asking to enter the value of x. So what this scanf actually did is it actually help you to give help you to give an input in the terminal option. Like if I write 7 here, it will ask for the value of y also, because I have taken say I have taken integer data type with x comma y. So then I have written printf enter the value of x. Okay, so it just printed this, entered the value of x. Now what scanf did is in the output terminal, it will actually help me to give the input as I want. So I want 7 as the x value, and again I have given the printf of printf operator on the program code to, and it I have written here is the enter the value of y. So it given me output as the enter the value of y. Now scanf, then again scanf %d and y. So if I write 8 here, it will take 8, and if I press enter, the thing will be done. The sum of x and y is this. X plus y is 15. So 7 plus 8, we know 15. Right. So these are the identifiers that how it works. Okay. So there are many ways you can practice programming. Okay. So today I have covered a main function, the main function, how actually it works. Okay. So let's just keep it till here. We will come up with a new video in the next week. Probably I can't say. Like, my same, like my midterms are also coming, so I have to prepare for that also, right? So yeah, so that's the thing. I was busy in this, in the previous 2 weeks. I was busy a bit, so I couldn't upload the video for you all. So yeah, let's see what just happens. Thank you all.